dong dong da ba dee ba day zibby da ba dong da jin da dong ba dong bong dee da jin da dong dong zag da ba dong yeah ba dong boom boom boom.
Look what I got. A dear sister who must have seen my my fretting, my brooding and my fretting from my last video, noticing that I had been, you know, the empty hot sauce bottle, and I had to supplement with something called nuts hot sauce. Yeah, right. Abba, through my dear sister Melody. Oh, Melody. What a song. Oh, but I think I got enough to last the summer, or at least the next month. I got the, this is called the Marine Green. It's called the General's hot sauce in the image of the hand grenade. This one's called, Dead Red. And the pièce de résistance, the shock and awe, the habanero, my favorite. Give me a minute. Well, we're back in business. Okay, how you doing? Little Joel here, coming to you from FEMA Region Number 3. Well, I really don't even know what this video is going to be about. I called it a word from Little Joel. Well, I've given you more than a word already. But I got my hot sauce thanks to my dear sister. Oh, Abba provides. Oh yes, He's provided me with all of you. Your prayers, your love, your support in in every way has just blessed this little Polish heart beyond measure. And I know that our Abba Father is going to take care of you. Oh yes, oh yes. I received so many wonderful emails. I think I'm gonna highlight a couple of emails in this video. But I did get the hot sauce. And there's something else I got. Got the surgery. As you can see, I had a very competent surgeon, as I said in my last video, and the operation went very well. I think it looks fine. You know, well, I'm vain. Say, you know, sorry, you know, it's just, you know, I'm vain about my hair. It's a theater thing. It's got to be a theater thing. You know, and then you got people that say, oh, look how you get it so you look, it don't even move. Well, look, it's moving now. See, when you're on stage and you're hopping and jumping around and screwing around like an idiot for 2 or 3 hours, you can't have your hair all falling down in your face. You got to spray it. So, that's usually what I do. And that's why it doesn't fall. I mean, it's not like, you know, a helmet head type of thing. It's just, it's vanity. Emails! Oh, yes, we're going to look at some emails. I said we're going to do that, and that's what we're going to do. So let's get on with it. Now, my brothers and my sisters, aside from delving into the current state of the world with my dear Samantha, I have not done much of late with regard to headlines, breaking news, and all that other stuff that's pretty much unoriginal. But I must, oh yes, I must share something with you sent unto me by my extremely well-versed nephew, Eric. But first, a bit of background info. Eric's mom, my wonderful biological sister, and I, always, and I mean always, because we've been thinking about this sort of thing ever since we were little kids. we always had this sort of hilarious wish. The wish that we could make people say what we wanted them to say. For example, like when Barack Insane Obama would be doing his State of the Union address, you could make him say something like, hey, look, you see Joe Biden back there? He's a... Well, then you fill in whatever word you want, you know. I can think of plenty. Well, guess what? Let me tell you what. Now you can. You can pretty much make anybody say anything you want, and there's nothing that anyone can really do about it. Check this out.
It's become a rallying cry.
Fake news, folks. Fake news.
But that line between fact and fiction is getting further blurred, thanks to new technology.
A deep fake, in a nutshell, is a fake video. It's a video that has been created by essentially feeding a computer algorithm lots of images. You feed it enough of that content, and over time, the algorithm learns how to mimic that content.
Deepfakes use facial mapping and artificial intelligence to produce videos that experts say are getting more sophisticated every day.
You can sort of see a trajectory develop where within a year or two, it's going to be really hard for a person to distinguish between a real video and a fake video.
Both Republicans and Democrats predict this high-tech way of putting words in someone's mouth will be the next weapon in disinformation wars.
We know there are people out there that are trying to divide society, influence elections, and we know this capacity exists. So it's only logical that at some point someone's going to take the next step and sort of weaponize it.
There have already been attempts at it. In 2009, the U.S. Embassy in Moscow complained to the Russian Foreign Ministry about a fake sex tape, allegedly made to smear a U.S. diplomat.
We're entering an era in which our enemies can make it look like anyone is saying anything at any point in time.
In April, BuzzFeed published a deepfake with comedian and director Jordan Peele that appears to show President Barack Obama giving an address.
President Trump is a total and complete dipshit. Now, you see, I would never say these things, at least not in a public address, but someone else would. Someone like Jordan Peele.
According to the video's producer, the clip was created using a combination of professional and free video editing programs that use machine learning.
I knew it was possible, but I wasn't sure if it would actually work. And when it was working, I was like, this is crazy. Like that. It's, you know, it's still pretty difficult, but like way easier than it should be.
The U.S. Defense Department and universities are working on technologies to detect fake images and videos. But lawmakers and intelligence officials worry that U.S. adversaries will use doctored video to influence midterm elections, future political campaigns, or jeopardize national security.
It takes some real forensic capability, technical capabilities, to be able to show that it's not real. And by the time that's done, it's been widely disseminated.
Rubio and other lawmakers hope knowing about this technology will make people rethink taking a video at face value.
How about that? And what did that guy say? Within a year or two, it's gonna be really hard for a person to distinguish between a real video and a fake video. Man, oh man. Do you see? Do you see why we gotta be gone from here? My brothers and my sisters, we gotta be gone from here really soon. And why? Bam! 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verses 9 through 12. Read it with me, my bunky yeem. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they received not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned, who believed not in the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. Ow! A Fritzy Pop for 2 Thessalonians 2, 9 through 12. Oh yeah. Thank you, Eric, for an amazing catch. And now on to something sent to me by my dear brother, William. Oh, William, thank you for this. Now, as many of you know, President al-Sisi in the land of Mitzrayim, aka Egypt, are subjects that Abba Father has placed on my Polish heart for quite some time. In past videos and in several of my live streams with my dear Samantha, I have told you all to keep a close eye on old Mitzrayim and its enigmatic and strangely Israeli-friendly and Iran-hating leader. And get a load of that headline, would ya? According to an Egyptian journalist, al-Sisi has Jewish origins. Boy, oh boy, has this news been seemingly buried. This is an article from when? 2014. That's right, 2014. I don't know how I missed this one, folks, but thanks to my brother William, I miss it no more. Let's take a look at a few of the paragraphs in this article. Now, keep in mind that this is an article from the year of 2014. Actually, it was about 10 days after the first blood moon of April 15th, 2014, the first of the blood moon tetrad. Egypt's former defense minister and presidential candidate Abdel Fattah al-Sisi is Jewish, according to an Egyptian journalist, Saber Mashour. Mashour's comments were posted to the internet on April 20th and translated by the Middle East Media Research Institute Memory. That's cute. He claimed that al-Sisi grew up next to Israel's former chief of staff and defense minister, Moshe Dayan. What do you know? This is the question that preoccupies the entire Egyptian people. Was al-Sisi's mother Jewish? Said Mashour. Is al-Sisi, the president of Mitzrayim, a Jew? Oh boy, what implications that would bring on if it were proven to be true. Perhaps this is why, back in the year of 2014, I showed you this. Well, I should say, Laban showed you this headline. Israeli ambassador calls al-Sisi a national hero for all Jews. Man, oh man. And I'm fairly certain that when this headline showed up in Iran, plenty of Shiite hit the fan. And so, with a little shout out to the Farrelly brothers, there's something about Sisi. Friends, I urge you to go into the books of Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel, be Bereans, and study about the fate and the eventual restoring of Mitzrayim. Please do, because you know what? Let me tell you what. The second most country mentioned in the scriptures, Mitzrayim, is nowhere to be found in the Gog-Magog war. Something's gotta give here, my friends. Keep your eyes on old Mitzrayim and its paradoxical president, Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. Oh yeah. And now, my brothers and my sisters, allow me to say a brief word about President Donald Trump and his pick to replace Anthony Kennedy on the Supreme Court of what used to be the United States of the Americas. Now, please know, my friends, that I am not trying to burst anyone's Trumpy bubble, but I have to tell you to be very careful when you start celebrating. You gotta be very, very careful, my friends, because we have, time will only tell how this man, Brett Kavanaugh, is going to vote. I want to point out why I say this. Allow me a moment. Do you see this man? This man is Justice Anthony Kennedy. and he is pretty much responsible for this. Legalized same-sex marriage in what was formerly termed the United States of the Americas. And who, oh who appointed this man? Was it the Peanut Man, Peanut Picker, the hater of the land of Elohim, Jimmy Carter? Oh no. Was it this man, George H.W. Moron Bush? No. Oh no. Was it this man, who I believe to be the most evil of presidents of this here country, and that includes Barack Insane Obama? Did Billy Boy Clinton appoint Justice Kennedy? Oh no. And what about him, the moron son of the moron Bush? Did he appoint Mr. Kennedy? No. Oh no. So who appointed this man? The swing vote in Obergefell versus Hodges. It was Justice Anthony Kennedy that basically destroyed the idea that in the good old US of A, the country that has spread the gospel of Jesus Christ to more nations than any other, he destroyed the idea that marriage is a sacred bond before the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob between a man and a woman. And the man who appointed him is considered the greatest conservative president of all time. This man, Ronald Wilson Reagan. It was Ronald Reagan who appointed Justice Kennedy. Oh, yes. So don't get too excited, Trumpies. Just take it easy, because Kavanaugh is also very close to this person, Elena Kagan, one of the most liberal of all justices. So calm down, people. Have a level head about this. Pray about it with all your might, because this dude Kavanaugh just might not be what you're all thinking he is. Remember, Ronald Reagan appointed Anthony Kennedy. Stew on that a while. And now, my brothers and my sisters, I'd like to take a moment to go back to the first item we delved into. That of the idea that in what?
Within a year or two, it's going to be really hard for a person to distinguish between a real video and a fake video.
Thank you, whoever you are. Now let me tell you what I really think about what whoever this is just said. I don't care. For one thing, how do we know this is not already being done? And for another thing, it's a moot point, because we're going to be going out of here. The restrainer is going to be taken away, and we with it. But for the sake of argument, I'll say this as well. I am not going to class those who love Elohim and are called according to his purpose with a society that will not be able to tell the difference between a fake video and a real one. In other words, a society who can't tell the difference between what is true and what is false. But how? How will we know, little Shoal? How will we be able to tell? Well, how's about you read this, and then you'll know. From the Gospel of Yohanan, John, chapter 16, verse 13. Howbeit, when the Spirit of truth is come, he will guide you into all what? Truth. For he shall not speak of himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that shall he speak, and he will show you things to come. Now I understand completely that this is a serious matter, but since we, who, not unlike the Ruach, who will be taken out of the way and will not have to deal directly with this lunacy, I believe that we can enjoy the lunacy of it while we are yet here. For the earth dwellers, this technology is certain to bring on delusion, but we, Oh yes, we, who have the eyes to see and the ears to hear, have the advantage of comprehending this stuff as it really is. A joke. And thus, I would like to show you a clip from a video we here at the Zeus Mossbender channel posted on September the 20th of the year 2015. I'll leave a link to this video in the Show More section below the screen of this video. That is, of course, the one that you're watching right now. Within this video, Laban introduced you all to this man that Laban referred to as, and I quote, a yutz. This dude actually had the audacity to say that black people should go out and shoot, and again I quote, cops and crackers. Laban had this to say, and then goes on to show you how technology can alter the behavior of another human being without that human being even knowing it. Enjoy. I know you're gonna.
This silly yutz puts up a YouTube video saying it's open season on cops and crackers. You know, I gotta stop for a moment and say this. I never understood why people thought being called a cracker was so insulting. Call me a cracker anytime you want. Hey, putting on the Ritz. Dankeschön, Fritzy.
Isn't it wonderful what modern technology can do with a yutz? Oh, my brothers and my sisters, what, I ask, what are we going to do? Back in 2013, when I started this channel, every week, every day, I should say, I was watching Pastor JD, I was watching Scotty Clark, and I would tell my family, oh, fear not, fear not. There's no way we're going to be here in 2017. Well, alas, that has not been the case, and we are already through half of 2018. Many, and I mean many of us, my brothers and my sisters, have been through the proverbial ringer. And so, in light of that, I would like to close this video with a phenomenal piece of writing that I received from a phenomenal sister, a poem by Alice Rovney. The sun peeks out from behind the clouds today, sending pillars of golden light upon the earth, a glowing warmth contained within its ray, reminding creation of the love we're worth. And I, wrapped in a cloak of crisp white mist, strain to see this golden hue, long to bask in its soft, warm bliss, then hide my face, its sight I rue. For the darkness will quickly sheath his light, birth shadows and peculiar images of confusion, and I again hidden from his sight, waking into familiar delusion. And all is lost in this moment of despair, but for a sparkle of hope that grows inside, planted seed of light prepares to burst forth from where it used to hide, and call upon that golden air rescue that which was left for dead, and reunite the Father's heir, seed of faith, the Spirit's bread. Bringing with it this new thought, a cloak of mist might cloud my sight. In vain it carries out its plot. It cannot hide the Father's light. At this point, my brothers and sisters, I can only say that I hope that I have interpreted Alice's poem correctly, and I ask that you pray for me. I love you, and well, zip zip whip, now you be warm. Let's go home.